Thanks, Joel. On to this now, where Maxeke is a new puppetry and theatre production which brings the worlds of intellectual activist and artist Charlotte Maxeke to life. Directed by Itumeleng Hulere, the production forms part of the Asitej Take a Child to the Theatre campaign. The production premieres at the Star Theatre, the District 6 Homecoming Centre, formerly known as the Fugard Theatre, on the 7th until the 11th of February. Now, to share more on the play, we're joined on Zoom by Dr. Aja Marneweck, who is the Puppetry Director and Producer of the production. Ma'am, a very good morning to you. A warm welcome to Morning Live. I mean, please share more with us on the production, what it is about.
Yes, good morning. Well, it's a great honor that to be part of this incredible team, and that the story of Charlotte that we've been working on for so long is finally coming to fruition. You know, Maxeke's archive is one that has been so dispersed and hidden, and through the groundbreaking research of Dr. Tozama April, who is at our center, which is based, the Center for Humanities Research at the University of the Western Cape, has supported her through a groundbreaking research to uncover the archive of Maxeke, and now we're bringing it into performance and into puppetry performance.
I mean, talk to us about the collaboration with the, Ukwanda Puppets and Design Collective,
Yes.
The planning of the production with Adrian, Kochler of the Handspring
Yes.
Puppet Company. I imagine that's a big thing. Adrian is huge in the puppet industry.
Absolutely. So Ukwanda Puppet Company and their head designer Luyanda Nogorulwana was actually one of the puppeteers who helped with the making of the famous war horses that won so many awards all over the world for Handspring. And so Luyanda, as the senior intern of Handspring and mentor, and as one of the main artists in residence at the Center for Humanities, they're our partners on this production. And Luyanda's puppetry is really at the heart of this production. Beautiful sculptures, and Adrian, of course, is there mentoring. So we still have a lot of the Handspring feel in it. Handspring are really close partners with us in the work that we do at the center, especially in developing South African puppetry.
I mean, speak to us about the idea, of simply reimagining Charlotte Maxeke's ideas and lives, and life work through puppetry. I mean, how do the two come together on stage?
Well, she's such a phenomenal figure, and she's a figure shrouded in so much mystery and unknowing. So what medium could possibly do honor and homage to a woman whose story is really so important to the future? She was a future woman. So when we were looking at the mediums, puppetry made so much sense, because puppetry delves into our deepest humanity, and how better to explore the humanity of Charlotte Maxeke and to make her real for people of today than to do it through this very touching, very profound medium.
Share with us, the importance of working with young people and gaining understanding of the vital heritage of this iconic woman.
Well, to imagine that Charlotte was born 150 years ago, and the issues that she was facing are still just as relevant today. That says a lot about how far we've come. But also, Charlotte was a woman of the world. She was the first great modernist. She had a vision of the global world at a time when we might not imagine that was possible, but she did. She really was a visionary. And so for us to see that that is possible, for young people to see that that is possible, that she was an academic, a thinker, an incredible speechwriter and speech maker, but also an artist. I think that is a very inspiring story and figure for young people to encounter.
And talk to us about the size of these puppets. I mean, when you think handspring puppet, you think life size, you think larger than life. Are these the kind of puppets that are on stage? And speak to us about the design and the thinking process behind, telling this story on stage with puppets.
Yeah, well, like I said, we wanted to bring awareness to Maxeke's humanity. And so Luyanda and the Ukwanda team, Luyanda, Sipokazi, Mpofu, and Sipo Nkola, when they were thinking through the designs, it was really about how do we bring Charlotte herself to life. So even though a lot of the work that Ukwanda does is with giant puppets, and very often some of the puppets that Ukwanda have designed and that we've worked with together have been 4 meters high. But this time it's really about bringing life, and also through wood and rod puppets. So they're beautifully, beautifully sculpted wood and rod puppets. And yes, I wouldn't say larger than life, but absolutely magnifying and amplifying the sense of life in the figure of Maxeke, but also all of those characters that lived around her as well.
I mean, there's also, singing in the production, and, acclaimed composer Neo Muyanga reworking on the musical legacies of the famous African Jubilee choir. Tell us a little bit about Neo Muyanga's involvement in the production.
So, I mean, the African Jubilee Choir were, at that time, they were incredibly famous and successful all around Europe. And how much do we know of their legacy? Not much. So Neo has been central in reimagining and bringing them to life, working with a phenomenal group of voices. We have Babalwa Zimbini, Vuyo Tudunge, just beautiful, beautiful singers, Nokolo Blandi, who are taking the lead. So the singing and musical work is really inspiring and incredible. And Neo Muyanga's score, let's hope that in the future it might even become an album.
Yeah.
So
I want to talk a little bit about the Asitej Take a Child to the Theatre campaign. Let's touch on that before we wrap up this interview.
Yes, so Asitej are also partnering with us. The most important thing is that the production gets seen. It's not just for young people, it's for all ages. But our director, Itumelengwale Holere, he feels really strongly that it is a production that should be seen by those who are in the middle of the education process, by kids, let's say 12 years up, and high schoolers who could really be inspired by this story to move forward in their studies, to see the potential and possibilities of education and critical thinking and living a really rich life that combines this with artistic work. So yeah, we have teamed with Asitej, and we hope that there will be many young people as well as people of all ages to come and see the show.
All right, Dr. Aja, thank you so much for talking to us. She was talking to us about Maxeke. This work is not for yourselves. It is the new puppetry production, which premieres at the District 6 Homecoming Center from the 7th to the 11th. If you're wondering, that is the Old Fugard in Cape Town.